To an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Oakland Raiders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. He'll drop to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it with Balaj. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Balaj. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run here with Balaj. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. This is caught, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score, and the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He completes it to Nelson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
No. Check. Patriot.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now Balaj. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Rosen to throw on third down. And it's caught by Parker. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Parker unable to get that one. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 53 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. The safety, T.J. McDonald, getting in there to break that one up.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball that coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Rosen just getting the snap off and 1. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Parker. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st down, it's Rosen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Rosen off the play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's 4th. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And throw right side complete to Parker. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Rosen. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point safely through, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. J.J. Nelson now to return. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded at the goal line. And now running right through it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins. 42 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Gun!
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Rosen to throw again. He's got his man. That's Wallace. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now it's Rosen. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On now the Miami field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll set up to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And they'll go with the ground attack here and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Oakland. And Antonio Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Play action, Rosen steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On third down, Rosen. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And he's got it up and through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. Escape. And the pressure gets to him again. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Rosen. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Gone, gone!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Lucky 56. Gone.
He's back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there. The ball loose and brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Gone.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The point after is good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now, as they will send this one away. Here comes Nelson. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Dolphins, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.